Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So I'm here today with a flip through of this journal that I've been calling Ginger Lace. I've been working on this in the background as I've been working on my December daily, so I haven't been making videos about the journal, but I have completed it. So this is an open spine journal with 3 chunky signatures that I have hand bound here. You'll see hand stitching here with waxed linen. So this fabric is from a vintage dress. It has these beautiful buttons here. This part is just added to the front cover. It's not part of the opening. I thought it would be too tedious to have to like undo all the buttons, but I still wanted to use them because they're just those beautiful like boudoir style buttons. So this is the tie here and also makes part of the open spine, and this is my own eco-printed cotton fabric. So we open this up and you can remove the tie. I decided I would just keep it separate, so if you wanted to lay this journal down, because of its open spine in different ways, you could without it getting in the way. So the cover itself, I've gilded around all 3 of these, so you'll see this gold here. So let's open it on up. So in this journal, I have used my Journal Together kit ephemera from my Patreon December Journal Together kit. So I'll tell you kind of what those items are as we get to them. So in the front pocket here, this little embroidered rose piece is from the kit, and it's added onto some scrapbook paper. And then this is a really beautiful image by Racy Helps. It's an English artist. I've used this book called Wilberforce. It's this little like children's book that is all about little animals, so little mice and moles and things like that. So that's a journal tag there. This is an altered CD case, and I've added a mushroom here. And inside we have a piece from my kit, so this journal card of this lovely blue-eyed girl, and that just pops up in here. And it's a bit of a tip up, see? And then this visitor's register paper, I've distressed it. This is actually from a vintage ledger book that I purchased. And I've distressed this paper as well and added this little word snippet that says, "Absence makes the heart grow fonder." This is a little illustration from the Wilberforce book on avocado dyed paper. This is an image of this little fox girl from my kit. Added some lace, and I actually embossed over this to give it a fun sheen. And it is just attached with a paper clip, a rusty paper clip, and it's like an over-the-page double journal card on this beautiful paper. This is some vintage cross-stitch pattern. This is a vintage cutout of this puppy from this group of puppy paper dolls that I got from the 1930s. And I've used it as a belly band to hold on to this bee card from my kit. And this is on actually flower fairy paper with some coffee dyed eyelet lace stitched on the side. This is a National Geographic page that I've dissolved. Cabbage dyed table paper with some very old ledger from the 1800s that I did some watercoloring on. And this is a pocket. This pocket is made from my kit. It is one of a couple of yarn girl inspired images that I put together with yarn balls in her hair, and she's wrapped in a skein of yarn. And then I took some of my hand dyed yarn and some of my batik fabric and kind of made like a little yarn sample pocket card out of it. And it is on some of my coffee dyed paper that I've altered. And this is actually a digital from my Journal Together kit. And this little journal card is made from a Tuesday 10, I believe, and I just used this little drawer to put this little fox inside. And yeah, it's a cute little pantry kind of journal card. This journal is a commonplace book, meaning it has no particular theme, but it does have undertones of children's themes. It's a cozy winter book, I think. Then some more altered paper here that I painted and coffee dyed. This is just a beautiful teal page. It's a fly page from a book. a little button tuck here holding on to a collage journal card that I made. This is Welcome to the Land of Flowers, and it's on one of my altered digital pages from the kit. And this says Remarkable Dream. This little pocket and the journal card, another yarn girl here, are both from my kit, and some more lace. And a little collage here and some fun threads hanging out over here. This is an image from the Racy Helps book, Wilberforce, with this little robin. More collaging and a little hedgehog. Just some beautiful paper and another of my altered digital pages from my kit. And this is a little tuck spot made from an old yearbook. And this is an image from my kit, a little journal card on this altered paper. More of the teal and altered paper. This side we have this little green goose pocket, and then this is an image from my kit. Just tucks in there. Some cabbage dyed table paper and dissolved National Geographic. This purple paper with this little collage tuck spot over here. This has an image from my kit, and then excuse me, this little image of this little lizard. It's from a vintage book. And then more of the cross-stitch pattern paper. And some just pretty paper that's purple, and it's from the Flower Fairies collection, and this is some avocado dyed paper, and I've just attached with a brad here this little clip of these gents from an old yearbook from the 1950s. More of my altered digital pages and a little floral pocket there. This is like the visitor's ledger paper. And then we have this journal card that I collaged. It says, "Let us then be up and doing, with a heart for every fate, still achieving, still pursuing, learn to labor and to wait." And then this little tag here, that is from Paper Cameo on Etsy. This collaged pocket with threads here is made with 2 pieces from my Journal Together kit. And it's holding on to another piece from my Journal Together kit. And I've stitched some beautiful tea-dyed crochet lace on top. And then that's the back of the first bound of the 3 signatures. And then you'll see here, this is how they're linked together. So it's all stitched on. And we move into the second signature, and we have this little pocket made from a Racy Helps image from Wilberforce, and then this collage tag of this this archery girl. She's really quite lovely. It's from a children's fairy tale book. Then this is an image from my kit here. This was a little elephant that I designed, a little pink elephant, and I just put him on a collage tag with some of my hand spun yarn. It's on a 49 Market beautiful paper, and this is an image from Wilberforce of our little robin and a mouse here, and another image from Wilberforce of a hedgehog with some blue lace on avocado dyed paper, and then a little house pocket here from It Capilli Imaginarium on Etsy, and a couple little journal cards that I made. This one's from a pottery art book, and I just really thought that was a beautiful face pot. And this is a vintage ad from a 1930s magazine about like a hand lotion, and those go in the tuck spot there. We have this little button card up there, and that's from a Tim Holtz ephemera kit, and then one of the journal cards from my kit of this butterfly forest elf. And this is some of my paper back here that I've roughed up and dyed from my kit, and this is a belly band behind a pocket, so it's kind of like a loaded page. And then more of my altered paper, and this little piece and this are both from my kit, my Journal Together kit, and this one's been backed in nice crinkly hand dyed parchment on this beautiful scrapbook paper. And this is a piece of fun construction paper that matches this perfectly. And this is from a children's book that was all about animals and their babies. And this talked about hamsters. Look at all those cute hamsters. And it just talked about like their ability to breed like very rapidly. So lots of little hamster friends. This is a page from the kit. It has been altered a bit, like I've added coffee and paint to it, as you're seeing throughout the book. I did a video, I think, for my Patreon on how to do this, and then I added some lace here. this little bird stitch cluster pocket on some measurement paper, and it holds onto this little booklet that you can write in of this children's book neighborhood. Avocado dyed paper. This is a page from my kit of a scanned painting with a yellow background and these fun abstract roses, and then some washi tape. On the back I've stitched some of my hand batiqued fabric. This is a little kind of ethereal forest of fireflies, and this is from a book. It's this really interesting old image of like kind of these strings hanging from the ceiling from hooks with newspapers and brooms and other little things tied to them. It's just like a little magical kind of image. Some construction paper. This is from my Journal Together kit. This is a scan of a vintage tapestry that I bought. It is like a very folk art German tapestry. Sorry, I lost the word. From quite some time ago. I don't have an exact date, but I did pick it up in a Mennonite neighborhood in an auction, and it's just a beautiful piece of tapestry, so I wanted to share it as a digital. This is our little mole friend from Wilberforce, and the little bird as well. The other side of that painting, and some avocado dyed paper. This is 49 Market scrapbook paper with this little owl here that I designed. That's also from my kit. Then a collage journal card with this cute little cat and a quote from Old Mother Nature, which is a Thornton Burgess book. Through impoliteness, much is lost, and often at too great a cost. And I thought that was fun with the cat, because you know how cats kind of just make their own rules in life. And this is on, it's backed with a vintage magazine of a really beautiful embroidery. And then more of my distressed paper. This is a snippet roll belly band, and it's on my kit paper. And then this is also from Thornton Burgess, the grouchy one. There is no gain in being cross. The end is almost always loss. Old Mother Nature. And then some construction paper, and this is from a children's book. It's this beautiful illustration of crickets. And that journal card just pops there on a rusty paper clip. On this side we have a pocket here with some plums on this beautiful paper, and then this is from Inked Paper Arts on Etsy. It's her beautiful coffee dyed lace paper. This one has a purple hue to it. This is more of my distressed paper, and we have this little plate of pears pocket, and this is a little sort of city watercolor painted image that goes that way from a children's book. And then our little friends here from Wilberforce on some avocado dyed paper, and there's the hedgehog again, and the little white mouse hanging up some laundry with wooden clothes pegs, and another image from my kit of this owl on the 49 Market paper. And then this is a pocket from the cover of Wilberforce with the adorable little mole having a tea, and inside is an image from my kit. This is kind of a Art Nouveau feeling image, and it's a stitched little envelope with a bird on the back here, and you open up the envelope and then pull this on out, and we have another image from my kit of this hummingbird, and that just pops on inside there and closes up. And then here's our connection to journal number 3, or journal signature 3. So here we have the whole gang from the Wilberforce book in this little tabbed pocket. This is an image from my kit. I did some sparkly white embossing in the center of the dandelion. And this side is some of my distressed paper from my kit. This is also from my kit. This is some concept art that I did of this. I was kind of obsessed with the idea of a black fawn in the woods, like under the moon, and kind of like a girl that was his best friend. I'm always writing these little stories and making little bits of art to just remember them by, so that's what that one is from. And then this is some construction paper with eyelet lace, a really cute little fine eyelet lace. Then this is actually my grandmother's tomato soup cake recipe from one of her old cookbooks that I scanned and added here. And this is a tag. This image is from my Journal Together kit. And I've got this fun collage of purple and book spine. This page is some silver sparkles on this purple scrapbook paper, and then this pocket is this lovely textured, painted kind of papery texture basically. It's from my kit, and then in it I added this little journal card that's made from some inked up napkin, and then we've got some collage. It says tiptoed across the river and has this Audubon flamingo and this little person there. That little person is from Miles Beyond the Moon on Etsy. This is some avocado dyed paper and more of the Wilberforce book with the avocado dyed lace on the side here. And then this is an image from my kit on some collage fodder golden kind of paper, and I put it in as like a belly band sort of, so it's open here and over here, and it's on some of my my distressed painted paper. And then inside we have this little journal card. This is gold spattered and collaged, and the focal point is from the graphics fairy of this adorable little fairy boy on mushrooms here. Some mushrooms. And that just tucks in here. Then some of that fun distressed painted paper. This is cabbage dyed paper with a little floral bit. This is some paper from the Flower Fairies scrapbook kit, and I used the same paper in the background as for the pocket, so it just kind of blends. And then I added a little journal card made from the Wilberforce book of our little woodland friends. And then the robin here, and here too. Then some beautiful paper from Inked Paper Art on Etsy, and a little cluster up here that says try a new recipe on avocado dyed paper. More of my distressed paper. Now this is from my kit as well. This is an invoice that I've distressed from an old yarn store from like the 1950s, and it's just got a really nice feel. This distressed paper is very like yummy. It's hard to explain. And then I added this cat here from the Wilberforce book as like a little fun focal point. You can write on the back, obviously. And this is some avocado dyed paper, more of the Inked Paper Arts lace paper. This pocket and this little rose girl here are both from my Patreon Journal Together kit. And then this is a little elephant that I designed, and this little card is from my kit as well. It is a scan of a vintage greeting card. This little rose is from my kit, as is this girl here. And this is more of the Flower Fairies paper. This is a watercolored with beam paints, what are they called? Rolodex card that says Little Drops of Water. This is some cabbage dyed paper, more of my distressed paper here from my kit. This image is also from my kit. This is from a children's book, and it's this little kiwi with the feather over here. It's just a cute little writing kind of double card. And then this says Forest Children. This is actually from a stamp set that I recently got. I just really thought I would use the packaging because it's a beautiful piece of art. And then it's a pocket to hold on to this piece from my kit of this forest elf. And she goes in here. Another image from Wilberforce and avocado dyed paper. This is a little stamp of a blackbird. And then a little collaged pocket here. And inside is a little envelope made from some vintage embroidery pattern with a label from the Paper Cameo. And then a piece from my kit of another of our forest spirits. And that's a little journal card that just tucks in the envelope. And the envelope tucks on in here. Some tatting, more of my altered paper. This is a little what's her name? I forget the illustrator name, but it's a little pocket with this beautiful image. And then inside we have this old ad for Tangy face powder from a 1950s magazine. And then we're at the very end of the journal here on this last page with this little pocket made from 49 market paper with a little Wilberforce image there. And then this is the last of the images from my kit. It's a scan of an old 1950s postcard. I've done some gold splatters, and I've added one of the Flower Fairy flowers and this little verse, the lovely phrase, "Remember when," sets every heart aglow as we drift back in memory to the happy long ago. And that is just a little journal card back here. And we've reached the end of the book. So this book's fun. I like the overall way it kind of is shaped and how it feels, like how it feels to lie down. It'd be easy to write in. It's got like space to sort of move and be comfortable, and it has a nice handhold to it. It has a nice feel to hold on to. I think it's portable. It would be good to go somewhere and have, on a vacation, or to cozy up with in bed, because it's a soft cover journal. So then to close it, we just loop this around here, and then you can just tie it however you would like. So this is, I'm going to call this book Ginger Lace, just because this kind of reminds me of gingery lace. I don't know, it's just the name that came to me. If you're interested in this book, it will be going up in my Etsy shop. If you're seeing this video, it's probably already there. So I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.